After reviewing the resume for all the possible candidates, we are now conducting a pre-screen interview to cut down the number of applicants, after which we will invite the applicants to an actual interview. It is now half an hour before 11 a.m., which I will be interviewing one of the candidates. I am currently going over with the resume once again and reviewing the questions and other materials. At 15 minutes before 11 a.m., the applicant is now at the waiting area, and at 10:55 a.m., interviewer turns the phone off, and the applicant was called into the room. Please come in. Good morning, AJ. My name is Erin Sanico, HR Coordinator for PCL Construction. Please make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
So, how's your day going?
I'm doing good, thank you for asking.
Yeah, the weather sure is nice outside.
It is indeed. I heard it is 28 degrees outside.
Oh, would you like some bottled water?
Oh, sure, thank you. That would be great.
Perfect, here you go. So, let's get into the questions because I'm eager to know more about your answers. So, let me give you a quick overview of the position. So, this position is for administrative assistant that will be based at South Edmonton office, reporting to executive assistant to the operations manager, and would like to ask you questions about your background, education, and experience you had. So this interview session will run about an hour, and I'll be taking down notes of your answers for every question. At this point, too, the interviewer will discuss the structure of the interview, which consists of behavioral and a bit of situational questions.
Yeah.
Perfect. To begin with, tell me something about yourself.
I am a go-getter administrative professional with 2 years experience in administrative support position. I have spent the last 2 years completing my certificate for office administration while working as an office receptionist for framework construction where I developed my skills in customer service and my knowledge in construction industry. Although I love my current role, I feel that I am now ready for more challenging assignments, and this position with PCL really excites.
Perfect. How have you used calendar management in past or current positions? How many calendars have you managed?
In my current job, we use Google Calendar for scheduling important meetings and activities for the day. It is good because it gives you an option to email the person and give them a reminder of what is supposed to be their activities for the day, including myself. I've managed the calendar for 3 people, which is my direct supervisor and 2 of my team leaders.
Perfect. Qualities do you consider most important in an administrative profession?
I am one of those people who are really organized and are very good with computer and office work. I truly enjoy working with others and making others happy by helping them succeed, and I feel that this is the job for me.
Tell me about how you work effectively under pressure.
I react to situations rather than to stress. The way the situation is handled and doesn't become stressful. An example is when I deal with an unsatisfied customer rather than feeling aggravated because of the situation. I focus on the task at hand. I believe my ability to communicate effectively with customer during this moment helps reduce my own stress in this situation and also revolves customer concern.
Can you discuss a situation wherein you went over and beyond your usual job description?
While working at Belmore Construction, we were faced with time constraint of renewal of contract, and it is just so happened that we are short staffed. I immediately sat down with the team working with the contract. We were able to lay out a workable plan to retain our valued client because we beat the deadline. While it was challenging and involved long hours, the payoff was the client had put more trust in us.
Tell me about the time you had to prioritize a heavy workload. How did you approach it?
I make a list. I work out what order to do things and by thinking about which tasks are urgent and how important each task is. I usually find out that urgent so I can work on it right away. If I if I am given a new task, I focus again and think which is more urgent and usually calculate a time frame and the back of my mind so I adopt the order in which I do things as necessary.
Describe your relationship with the most difficult coworker at your last job.
Like everybody, I've certainly had to deal with difficult colleagues before, but I'm not afraid of making my opinion known, and I believe that communication, especially in difficult or high-pressure situations, is essential in developing effective working relationships. While some interpersonal conflict is unavoidable, I don't consider dashing head-on. It's much more productive to try to understand them, to reason with them, and to find ways of working through any difficulties you might have. Communication is the key. You often find someone with whom you initially had difficulty. Can one once you've reached an understanding become a valued coworker?
What would you consider your biggest professional accomplishment to date? What is your biggest professional failure and why?
When was first starting out in the industry, I failed at communicating with one of our clients.
Mhm.
This led to a delay in one of the projects. When I realized what I had done, or rather what I had failed to do, I immediately took responsibility for my inactions. I went to the client and talked with them. It took a while, but I finally got it all back on track. Since then, I've prompted to create a schedule of my activities for the day.
If you are the candidate that we are looking for, when are you able to start?
I have to tender my resignation letter first and give my employer 2 weeks notice to find a replacement for me.
Fair enough. So, what is your salary expectation?
My salary expectation is 38,000 to 40,000 annually.
Mhm. Perfect. So, what is your availability for work?
Monday to Friday, I can start 7:30 or 8 in the morning till 4:30 or 5 in the afternoon. Will that work for you?
Of course. So the availability is perfect. The hours will be 8:30 to 5 o'clock with a half-hour break. So if I may add, the PCL family of companies is consistently ranked among the best company to work for. We aspire to be the most respected builder, renowned for excellence, leadership, and unsurpassed value. So the position for administrative assistant requires being the face and backbone of the company and backbone of communication, coordination throughout the different departments. Further, this position will also have an opportunity to work some major projects in the future date, which gives you opportunity to grow professionally. Do you have any questions for me regarding the position or about the company?
Hmm. If I'm the right candidate, when should I expect to hear from you?
We are hoping by end of this week or sometime early next week. Do you have questions for me?
Is there a probationary period?
Probationary period is about 3 months, and after that, you will be entitled for benefits. Do you have additional question for me? Do you have additional question for me?
I think that is all. Thank you.
I want to thank you kindly for giving us the time and opportunity today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Remember, be courteous. Assess the applicant out and thank them again for their time. This is the period after having the interview on which current time is at 12 noon. And my next interview is scheduled at 2 p.m. and I'm currently going over with the notes and will be adding some if needed. It is important to immediately do it right away after the interview because my thoughts are still fresh. After I'm done reviewing everything, I will be taking my time to rate the applicant score and file it accordingly before having my lunch and prepare myself for the next interview.